Moving now to 17. 17 is a problem that basically you're trying to simplify to fill in the blanks. And it just looks complicated, but it's really no different than any problem that just gives you this and then asks you to simplify it. I'm going to look at the numbers first because I think that's kind of the purpose of the blanks, is to help you focus on the right things. And so, knowing that everything's multiplied, we can simplify only the coefficients, and it will give us our final coefficient. So we have a 3. Is a 3 being raised to any power? No. It's not squared, only the y is squared up here. Only that y is being squared. But it's being multiplied by 4/9. It's being raised to the 3/2 power. So 3 times, and you can do 4/9 to the 3/2 power in your calculator if you want. Things won't always work out like that one, but this one does. But what you could also do is kind of split it up. 4 is being raised to the 3/2, and it's over a 9 being raised to the 3/2. So that's supposed to be a 3. Times, well, let's rewrite 4 to the 3/2 as a radical, or in radical form. That's a square root of 4 to the 3rd power over the square root of 9 to the 3rd power. So 3 times, well, what's the square root of 4? It's 2, and it's still to the 3rd power. Square root of 9 is 3, and it's also to the 3rd power. There's a couple ways you can do this. If you recognize that this is a 3 to the 1st, 2 cubed over 3 to the 3rd, okay, then you can simplify this. 3 minus 1 is 2, and so it's 2 cubed over 3 squared, which if you simplify that all the way, you get 8 over 9. 8 over 9. Next piece, we'll do the x's here. So with the x's, you have an x not being raised to any power, but it's multiplied by an x cubed that's raised to the 3/2. So that's an x times x to the 3 times 3 is 9 over 2. So what is x to the 1st times x to the 9/2? Well, we're going to add those exponents, which means we need a common denominator, and 1 is just 2 over 2, so this is going to be 11 over 2, which goes right there. And, fractions, different people have different levels of hatred for them, so use a calculator. Make sure you get those things right. Okay, then the next piece. We have finished by dealing with our y's. Let me create a little room here. So I have a y squared this time. Y is being squared. And then it's being multiplied by, here we have a y to the 4th to the 3/2. So I'm going to multiply this exponent with this one. I'm going to y squared over 4 times 3/2 is just 6. And so this is y to the 4th in the denominator. So you subtract those exponents. 6 minus 2 is 4. Since there were more y's in the denominator at the beginning, those y's are going to end up in the denominator. There's number 17.